Welcome back, Wolfpack Vrillis here. I don't generally do triple battles that often because they're really confusing. It's hard to keep track of everything that's going on. But right here, we have a battle with May, and I haven't seen a lot of grass monotype starter teams. So, monotype starter in triples for the gimmick. I am excited. This got me excited enough to do a rated triples battle. I don't do those, so this is cool. And I don't even know what could happen. I'm rambling because I don't even know what I'm going to say about a triple battle. But here we go. So, leading off with that Landorus mid. Oh god, I'm going to start using league terms, aren't I? So the Landorus mid. Oh hey, wide guard going to shield the entire team. So we got the wide guard support on the side, stopping from that rock slide, scarf rock slide from that Landorus. So throwing out the intimidate across everything, playing it very safe as well. My goodness, on that light screen. So light screen is going to cover for everything, and Tailwind is going to boost everything. It looks like so. The metagame is very crazy from what I can tell. Like, so far, everything that has been used has tried to hit everything on the field. I didn't know that, you know, light screen covered the entire thing. I've had a feeling that Tailwind did. I mean, everything from across all sides. So special defense, raised. Wide guard, I thought wide guard would, you know, only cover your ally next to you, but apparently it's everything. And that's going to stop out the rock slide once again. So, super protection right there. That's going to be a reflect from on top. If that's going to be a reflect from Meganium, then this just gets too weird. So, Air Slash on the Torterra. Now we're finally getting some damage across. Torterra is going to tank it like a boss. Put out the safeguard. That way, you know, there's not going to be any status from the Togekiss. And that's going to be the other reflect. Oh my goodness. So, Torterra with another wide guard. He's staying fair. Like, there's a lot of setup going on right now. And it's really mind-blowing to kind of see all this. So wide guard's going to protect all that. Move to center on the Rotom. Okay. And then Torterra is going to survive that really quick. And a Citrus Berry is going to heal him up just a bit. So Rotom's just kind of moving around. Sludge Bomb is going to hit across. And that's going to be some good damage on Togekiss. Not a ridiculous amount, but it is a nice start. And Meganium's going to heal Pulse. Can you can heal Pulse all the way across and heal Torterra. So Torterra is getting some pretty crazy support after that light screen. Staying safe against Togekiss. Safeguards, everything is up and being kind of insane right now. So Rotom's in the center. We have Bisharp in the background, and Torterra's going to wide guard again. I don't think the wide guard is too, well, I guess if you didn't predict the switch, but I mean, even with the rock slide only hitting 2 Pokemon, I don't think it's too much of a problem. So Torterra's going to take neutral damage. Venusaur getting hit up by the Air Slash right now. Still barely taking about half because of the light screen being up, and Sludge Bomb is going to finish up Togekiss. So finally, something goes down. This is like some very patient play, I'd imagine. That these turns are taking a while, but overall, pretty crazy. So Rotom eats a super effective hit. With all these grass-type Pokemon on the opponent's side of the team, you would expect finally some damage to come across. So Suicune comes in. Suicune, it can bring that Tailwind. It is the North Wind after all. So Meganium, after doing a bit of damage to the Rotom, going to heal up, going to switch out into Superior. I mean, Superior, that could be a threat. Just kind of at the back, if it's not being, you know, too much blown up, it can start getting maybe Choice Scarf setups going on. So that could be a lot from the Leaf Storm. And this is going to be interesting to watch. So Venusaur gets focused out, somehow survives, going to Giga Drain onto the Suicune. And there's a lot of lag in this format, I can see. That's pretty interesting. So Suicune going to cause Venusaur to heal up a bit. Venusaur loses hit points to the Life Orb. Thunderbolt going to come in and finish off Venusaur. So the opponent, just in case, wanted to make sure that Venusaur went down this turn. So getting the big hits. And now Ice Beam from the Suicune going to hit onto the Chestnut. That would have exploded Torterra, so good move right there. And the sunlight does fade, so that chlorophyll boost goes away. And yeah, we just kind of get to see what happens. So Sceptile is going to come in right now. And Rotom and Suicune should be in trouble, so that's going to be Rotom switching out. That's going to be Landorus coming in. That's going to be an Intimidate across the field. So Intimidate, that's going to be pretty strong onto the Chestnut. Chestnut's a physical Pokemon. Wow. The lag is fascinating in itself. I don't even have 3D on. Because, like, if you're recording and you have this... Actually, this doesn't even have 3D for the format. That's kind of crazy. So we have Mega Sceptile. I mean, Sceptile's going to Brick Break. Oh my goodness. Going to break that Reflect. Going to get a really crazy amount of damage in onto the Bisharp. I would expect it to do more. And Superior moves to the center. So I didn't think you could also move Pokemon around like that. But okay. So Superior comes in, eats the Ice Beam that was intended for Sceptile. So it does survive. Oh, that's right. You can move instead of attacking. It's coming back to me. So Knockoff is going to hit the Mega Sceptile, which doesn't do anything. So that was actually a really good switch right there. And then Chestnut doesn't get focused enough for the Belly Drum to come across. And that's going to be leftovers. I was about to say, you can't have a Citrus Berry. This is ranked battle spot. So I'd imagine that you can't have duplicate items. So Sceptile's going to switch out. He did his work for now. Looks like, oh yeah, that's right, because of the Intimidate drop and physical Sceptile not necessarily being ridiculously strong. That's why we didn't see Bisharp getting blown up, I guess. So Spiky Shield, that's going to protect Chestnut for this turn, just to see what happens. So Chestnut protects. Rock Slide's going to come in. Torterra, I guess, comes in. That way he can wide guard block the Rock Slides. Not too much damage coming across. Superior does get flinched, though, and Ice Beam is going to happen. So there's Knockoff onto Torterra as well. Torterra already burned the Citrus Berry, so we don't have to worry about too much damage. And now everything's at around half health, but, you know, if Superior makes that power play, it could get pretty serious here. So Torterra is going to wide guard from the side once again, protecting the team from that Rock Slide. Torterra going to just block all those moves. And now Superior with the Grassy Terrain. So we're going to get some healing for the Pokemon that are on the ground. Interesting. And the Ice Beam is going to land onto Chestnut. Chestnut going to tank it up a bit. Wow, this is just durability all over the place. And Iron Head going to land onto Superior. So we're going to get little bits of health at the end of this turn. And Chestnut with the Seed Bomb going to finish off the Suicune. So those screens went down. Suicune takes down from the bullet punch, Seed Bomb. Man, this is really, it's interesting to keep track of. There's so many things going on, and it's a monograss starter type team. They're just working together and making things happen. So Suicune goes down to the huge hit. Rotom's still at risk, and it's just, yeah, the lag is taking the most time for this battle, if anything. That all the animations are like being doubled and stuff. So Superior, Overgrowth Superior. So actually Superior's in a good damage range right now. I think it procs when you're below a third, if not it's when you're at a quarter. So Superior could be pulling out some damage right now. It's not the contrary Superior, which does make this interesting. Spiky Shield from the Chestnut, going to protect. Rock Slide. Superior avoids the Rock Slide, and Torterra going to get hit. So it looks like Torterra wants to take the offensive this turn. It's not very effective. Superior is going to Giga Drain onto Landorus. So Landorus loses a good chunk of health right there. Oh my goodness. So Psyshock. Chestnut's going to protect from that Psyshock. Knockoff. I don't think that's going to do too much to Superior. Rocky Helmet's going to be removed after hurting. And then Earthquake onto everything else. So Superior, looks like Superior might get sacrificed. No, Superior just doesn't take anything from that. Wow. So this is like full tank mode Superior, I'd have to guess. And that's going to finish off the Bisharp. And yeah. So Chestnut, hit points are restored just a bit. We also have Grassy Terrain. Gardevoir was already at full health. So everyone's just going to heal up a little. And now we get to see where the rest of it comes through. And I think 3 Pokemon are down for the opponent. So Rotom, that's a very susceptible Pokemon. Torterra is going to wide guard, just make sure there isn't any kind of flinch hacks. Also, I guess to protect from Hyper Voice potentially, but even though we saw Psyshock coming in onto the Chestnut, so this could get interesting. Giga Drain going to hit Rotom, knocking out Rotom. Whew, dang, that Superior is starting to hit hard though. Like it's absurdly tanky, and it's doing some good damage with those super effective hits. Not bad. So Psyshock, that's going to hit Chestnut. Chestnut does go down. Super effective hit. And I mean, it's just Gardevoir and the Landorus. So Torterra, it can just keep throwing out the wide guard. It can keep that Landorus shut down a bit, even though it can't hit Gardevoir. So this is going to work out. And then Sceptile can just come in and do what it needs to do. So we already saw the Giga Drain was a lot of damage onto Landorus. Sceptile is just going to Leaf Blade onto the Gardevoir. Oh wow, just critical hit. Gets that extra chance from the crit chance boost of that Leaf Blade. And I think Giga Drain is going to be enough. If not, it's going to be a very close call on damage. And a lone Landorus that's being wide guarded to oblivion because of its Choice Scarf. That has to be choice, or it has to be a choice item or something. So he just keeps using the Rock Slide, and it just keeps getting walled out. So that's pretty much going to be gained. And I mean, that looks like an intimidating thing. You know, you got Sceptile hanging in the back, facing his tree tail, ready to blow some people up. And long, crazy battles. So that's how triple battles work, apparently. With a mono grass team, there was some hype there, and it ended up working out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all get ready for some more Fan Friday.